Hey everyone, my laptop's still broken, but I'm using my mom's right now. That's how I'll be editing and everything like that, so we'll see what happens. So let's get to it. My name is Medha. I finally made a video blog, and today I want to talk about my problem of getting overly attached to fictional characters. All you fangirls, you know what I'm talking about. Two examples. Okay, first example is I went to the high school production of Les Mis with two of my friends. I fell in love with Les Mis, I think, last year. I watched it on the last day of 2012, around a year and a half ago. And just going to the high school production brought back all of those feels. My friend was clutching my hand so hard that I thought my bones were gonna break. And I'm just sitting here in the dark, and I'm crying, and these people in front of me, I know who they are, because it's a high school production, you know, so I've met these people in person before, and yet I'm able to immerse myself in the play so much that it's not X, Y, and Z, it's Marius, and Cosette, and Andras, and Gavroche, and I just burst out into tears. It was just, small children dying, Okay. Anyway, and after that, my friends and I are just skipping down the hallway singing "Do You Hear the People Sing" at the top of our lungs, and we just don't care. It's just one of the greatest feelings, but I get so sucked into the play, and people are like, it's just fictional, it's not real, but it feels real to me. I don't know how to explain it. It just feels real, and I think that Victor Hugo was able to create this setting and these characters. Good literature, for me, is what it immerses you into the story and you feel like you care about them, even though they're fictional. Okay, so that's example number one. Example number two still has to do with literature, but it has to do with my own. I'm a writer, and I just finished my novel a few weeks ago. That was really exciting for me. It's not the first novel that I've written, but it's the first big one, and I just care so much about my characters. I don't know if that makes the literature necessarily good. I don't know. This is kind of an controversial point. Do you have to care about your characters to make the story a good one? For example, Arthur Conan Doyle, who wrote the Sherlock Holmes series, which I also have here. I really like this cover. And inside there's the two volumes of all the stories and novels. So anyway, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle hated his characters. He hated Sherlock Holmes, and he did not like John Watson. John Watson was kind of a mockery of himself, because Watson always had the need to write things down, transcribe them to make them important. That was kind of a mockery of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle himself. The way that he tried to end it was really abrupt in the Reichenbach fall. The people mourned for 10 years until he decided, okay, I'm going to bring them back. Anyway, so he didn't really care about his characters, but it's such a rich and alive story anyway, and I think that the friendship between Holmes and Watson was something that he might have overlooked a little bit. I don't think he realized the power that was occasionally behind it. Then again, it can be argued that hating your characters is not the same as indifference, because indifference is really when you just don't care about them. I didn't really like Watson that much, but that was kind of made up through the story. Anyway, yeah, so I really care about my characters. That's what we were talking about in the beginning. I care about my characters, and I'm sitting here, and I'm writing the last scenes of my novel, and I'm crying, and it's 11 o'clock at night, and the next morning I have to go to school, and it's just the end of the world. I don't know how I did it, but I finished the novel, and it's the rough draft, so part of me is like, Medha, why are you crying? You're gonna have to go back and edit anyway. that's not what I feel, you know. I feel like I'm leaving them. These are the first characters that I've actually missed, and they're like my kids, even though they're all like 50 years older than me. Kind of paradoxical, I would say. Anyway, these are my two examples of how I am overly invested in fictional characters and tend to care about them more than real people. There's nothing better than being a fangirl. Leave a like or a comment if you enjoyed this vlog. Are you guys fangirls too? Let me know. Okay, bye guys.